Welcome everybody to another live session and music lesson webinar with Carlos. Today we will cover different topics such as ear training, contemporary piano styles, improvisation, music theory, chord progression, and jazz voicings. We also have some new piano tutorials, so stay tuned and let's get started.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
We are going to play this piano piece titled Latin Riff 50. This piece is part of the book titled Ultimate Latin Riffs for Piano, which I co-authored with pianist Andrew Gordon. This rhythm is called Partido Alto and originates in Brazil. It consists of different ways of playing the samba by introducing elements of funk, jazz, and rock. The electric bass uses slap technique and the drummer will use heavy accents on the snare. Artists that inspired me to learn this rhythm include Ayrton Moreira and the group Azimuth. Let's practice the first section in a slower tempo. Let's start playing in a slower tempo. 1, 2, 3, and... Now we're going to play the second section. We're going to play the last two lines. 1, 2, 3, and...
One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, I hope that you enjoyed my presentation, of this groove called Partido Alto. And let's go to our ear training. Why not? Yeah, let's start from the beginning. And I would like always to say hi to Sera. She's always helping me. And Juan, welcome. Yehuda, welcome. Yehuda is joining us from Tel Aviv, from Israel. So welcome, Yehuda. Let's all practice together, and everybody else who is joining me. So what are we going to do now? Very simple. We're going to start with our single notes. I'm going to play a major triad, and we're going to imagine that we're in a major key. Nevertheless, I'm going to be shifting keys. Yeah, and I talked about that a few times, and I'm not going to talk about this again. But it has to do with activating our long-term musical memories. Yeah, bringing always, our okay, how a fa sounds like, how a ti sounds like, how a la sounds like. It doesn't matter what is the chord scale relationship in the key center. Yeah, so that's the type of memory, musical memory, that we want to strengthen and we want to activate, yeah, when we do those exercises. So why don't we start? I'm gonna play G, and you're gonna sing Do. Do. Okay, next one, let's go to the key of B. Now we're gonna sing Fa. Let's sing. Fa. Okay, let's go to A flat. We're gonna sing T. T. Okay, so I'm waiting for a couple seconds. So you're gonna sing first and then I play so you can check if what you're doing is correct or not. Now we're gonna go to the key of D. We're gonna sing Mi, the third. Mi. Okay, moving on. Let's go to E. And we're gonna sing La, the sixth of the key. La. And we're going to go to G flat. And let's sing Re. Re. And then we check. Okay, now we're gonna go to another key. Let's go to key of A. So I'm always playing a major triad, yeah, with bass in my left hand, just a triad in root position. Now we're gonna sing the fifth, Sol. Here we go, Sol. Sol. Okay, so that was a nice warm-up, yeah, nice warm-up with single notes. So what are we gonna do next? Next, I wanna work with diatonic triads, okay. Actually, I wanna use this graphic instead. Yeah, so in all major keys, yeah, we have a 1 major, 2 minor, 3 minor, 4 major, 5 major, 6 minor, 7 diminished, and then we end up on 1 major. Okay, so that's fine. Now, what are we gonna do? I'm again going to establish a key center by playing a triad, and then I'm gonna ask you to sing this triad, not with 3 notes at the same time, like some Tibetan singers. No, we're gonna sing Do, Mi, Sol, Mi, Do, and then we play our triad. You can do this with a bass, we can do this with a guitar, yeah? So what we want is to be able to establish a key center and hear all our chords in relationship to that key center. Again, I'm going to be shifting keys to help activate our musical memories. Yeah, I think the words are develop and activate. Yeah, so we are making them stronger and faster and clearer. Okay, so let's start with 1 major. I'm going to play A. Okay. Let's sing 1 major, Do, Mi, Sol, Mi, Do. Here we go. Do, Mi, Sol, Mi, Do. Okay, I'm shifting keys. I'm gonna go to E flat. Now we're gonna sing the 2 minor. Re, fa, la, fa, re. Did I do it right? Yes. Okay. And I'm gonna move to another key. How about key of B? And we're gonna sing the 3 minor. Here we go, 3 minor. Mi, Sol, Ti, Sol, Mi, okay? Mi, Sol, Ti, Sol, Mi. Okay, so there are a couple ways actually to practice ear training, yeah? And now more and more schools are not even using that name. They're calling it oral training, yeah, which is a bit closer to its real meaning. Yeah, I remember when I started to teach ear training, many years ago when I was a faculty at Berkeley. Yeah, and I used to tell my students, look, the name ear training is a misnomer. We're not training our physical ears. We're training our consciousness, our musical consciousness, and we're training that aspect of our musical mind that can perceive musical objects, create very strong memories, and then activate those musical memories in playing and writing and improvising and singing and whatever we need to do. So it's kind of a flow. Yeah, it's an inflow and outflow of musical information. Yeah, in our receptacle. Yeah, the environment is our mind, our musical consciousness. Yeah, and that's what is trained. And it's, since that part of us doesn't have a limit, yeah, we're gonna train that part for the rest of our lives. Yeah, and we're gonna have fun with this. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the 4 major. 4 major, 4 major. What key am I gonna go to? G flat. G flat, and we're gonna sing the 4 major. Fa, la, do, la, fa. And if you notice, I sang first the note and I played the note a fraction of a second after. Fa, then la, next do, la, fa. Okay, and now we're gonna go to our 5 major, and what key should we go? Let's go to D flat. D flat, and we're gonna sing 5 major. Sol, ti, re, ti, sol. Okay. Now let's sing 6 minor, and we're gonna go to another key. Let's go to E. And we're gonna sing our 6 minor. Okay, so 6. So here we have la, do, mi, do, la. La, do, mi, do, la. Okay, and yeah, some students are asking me, hey Carlos, do you have perfect pitch? No, I don't. I have relative pitch, yeah, but I develop my relative pitch every day, yeah, and it's so practical. Okay, let's go to our last triad of the day, which is a 7 diminished, and I'm gonna go to the key of B flat. 7 diminished. Ti, re, fa, re, ti. Okay, so that was a nice triad warm-up. Yeah, nice triad warm-up. And I want to do one more thing. One more thing that we haven't done, that we were going to do. And that is intervals. Oh boy, today is, we're doing an ear training boot camp. Okay, so you have 2 rows of diatonic fourths. Top row ascending, bottom row descending. And there is a bit of a prerequisite for doing all of this work. And the prerequisite is to be able to build our major scales on the keyboard or the guitar or the bass, yeah, or your saxophone, but using solfege, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay, and we're using movable do solfege, so I'm gonna go to A flat, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. I'm gonna go to D flat, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Yeah, that would be the prerequisite to be able to do all of this work. Yeah, so why don't we start? Why don't we just go through the fourths, ascending fourths. So if I'm in the key of C, I'm gonna have a do, fa, or re, sol, mi, la, fa, ti, sol, do, la, re, ti, mi, and then descending, I have a do, sol, or re, la, mi, ti, fa, do, sol, re, la, mi, ti, fa, and do, sol. So they are diatonic intervals. So we're hearing those intervals in relationship to a scale and key center. Okay, so and actually this type of perception of working with diatonic notes, diatonic triads, then we're going to work with diatonic patterns, and then we're working with diatonic intervals, is extremely useful yeah, then we take it to another level. We're going to take this to all the different keys, yeah, right away, and you're going to see how you're going to be able to flow from key to key. But then we're going to take it to all the possible chord and scale combinations. So we're going to be able to do this in Dorian, yeah, and maybe altered, and maybe I don't know, symmetrical, diminished, yeah. We're going to be able to do all our intervals, yeah, in all the different chord and scale configurations. So we're going to start very simple, major. Okay, I'm going to establish my key, and now you're going to sing the first one, do, fa, ascending. Do, fa, and then we play to see if what we sang was correct or not. Now we're going to move on to a different key. Let's go to E flat. Okay, we established an E flat, and now we're going to sing Re, Sol. Re, Sol. Okay, let's move on to the key of A. Now we're going to sing Mi, La. Mi, La. And let's move on. We're going to go to D flat. Now we're going to move to Fa, Ti. Fa, Ti. Okay, and now let's move again, keys. Let's go to the key of A. Now we're going to sing Sol, Do. Sol, Do. And let's move again. Let's go to G flat. Now we're going to sing La, Re. Okay, already be visualizing in your mind's eye. Where is the La? Where is the Re? La, Re. Yeah, and before we go to Timmy, I just wanted to digress a bit. So the quality of our attention, how we pay attention from moment to moment to our practice, to me is the invisible element that determines our success or our failure. Yeah, to the degree that we pay attention every moment while we're practicing, we pay attention to all the elements. What are the elements? How about our sound? How about the feeling of the notes to our right hand? The same feeling of playing a bass to our left hand. The feeling of 3 notes together to our right hand. The feeling of a stretch to our left hand. The feeling maybe of 2 hands together playing. That, all of that creates a certain informational flow. Yeah, and when we pay attention to that, yeah, seems like our musical mind becomes sensitized, yeah, to all that experience. Yeah, and then the more it becomes sensitized, the more it can improvise, compose, create, yeah, using all those new perceptual tools. Okay, sorry for this. Yeah, I had to go into my preaching mode. So now we're gonna do Ti, Mi. Okay, let's go to the key of B. Ti, Mi. Ti, Mi. Okay, and now we're gonna continue. We're gonna finish our ear training section with fourths descending. So let's start fourths descending, and let's go to the key of G. Now we're gonna play Do, Sol descending. Do, Sol. Now let's move to B flat. We're gonna sing Re, La descending. Re, La. And I play this at the end So I'm still practicing, yeah? I'm still paying attention to the color, yeah, of those two notes. Okay, next one, we're gonna work with Mi, Ti. Mi, Ti. And let's go to Fa, Do. Let's move to another key. Let's move to F. We're gonna sing Fa, Do. Fa, Do. And let's move to Sol, Re. Let's go to A. I'm gonna play Sol, Re. Sol, Re. And let's move to D flat. And let's sing La, Mi, descending. La, Mi. And one last one. We're gonna go to Ti, Fa, descending. Let's go to the key of E. Key of E, Ti, Fa. Yeah. Ti, Fa. Okay, good. So that was the ear training section of today, ear training section. And what else? What are we gonna do next? How about let's work with some chords? We haven't done 2-5-1s in a while, yeah, and we're gonna work with our 2-5-1s. Okay, so there's a lot of combination in 2-5-1s that we can do, but I want to work with this one. Okay, so here we have two rows. Okay, the row that ideally we should only focus is the top one, yeah, which has the intervals. Okay, so I'm the key of C, Re, okay, Re, Sol, Do, and in the key of C, I have a La, Do, Fa. Then if I go to the 5, I have a Ti, Re, Fa. And then if I go to my 1, yeah, I have a Ti, Mi, Sol. So I'm gonna play here down. It sounds, more full. So I'm gonna have a 2, 5, 1. Okay. But if that is too difficult in the very beginning, we're gonna read. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna put in this workout, because this workout has all the 2-5-1s in one page, and then when you are ready, you only have the chord symbols, yeah, and you go to the next page and you only have the solfege and intervals on top, and then you have the chord symbols. So you are forced, yeah, to figure those out, yeah. The process of figuring things out, yeah, from a chord change, from an interval, from solfege, is kind of similar than the process of what composers used to do in the classical period, that they improvise and they figure out all their harmonies through the cantus firmus, yeah, through a figured bass. Yeah, and they did that. That was the chord changes for them for that time period. Yeah, so we're engaged in the same process. In my opinion, yeah, I feel that working things out, yeah, from a given code, and the code can be a chord symbol, solfege, intervals, whatever, yeah, it exercises our musical intelligence. Yeah, it's almost like we are solving puzzles all the time. We're solving it. And also we're creating good memories. Yeah, we're creating visual memories, kinesthetic memories, auditory memories. So why don't we start? Okay, so we're in the key of C. We're gonna start in the key of C. 2. I'm gonna play an octave below or whatever it sounds better. 2, 5, 1. Okay, let's play again. 2, 5, 1. Now we're gonna go to the key of F. Okay, cluster on F, why not? Yeah, that's so important. 2, 5, 1. Now on F. 2, 5, 1. Again, 2, 5, 1. And now I want to move, oops, what did I do? I want to move on to a key of B flat. Yeah, so we're going to go B flat. Let's do a cluster on B flat. Yeah, cluster, all the notes, 4 notes, 4 notes. Now we're going to play. I'm going to play down here. 2, 5, 1. Let's play again. 2, 5, 1. Okay, let's move on to E flat, cluster on E flat. Now we're gonna play 2, 5, 1. Again, 2, 5, 1. And I want to move on now to A flat. Okay, cluster on A flat. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. I cannot emphasize clusters enough. Yeah, that's one of our secret weapons. I have 3 secret weapons. Yeah, one is the cluster technique. The other ones are intervals, yeah, between 2 notes or then between whatever note, yeah. So let's say one of my students, Yehuda, if I ask you, okay, we're in the key of F, we're gonna play 3, 13, flat 7, flat 9, sharp 11, maybe another flat 7, and here a sharp 9. Yeah? All of that is via intervals, yeah? And the third secret weapon is movable do solfege, which is our musical language that is going to connect with all our theory, with all our harmony. Yeah, some of my online students, yeah, they ask me, Carlos, why do you do movable do solfege? Why don't you do fixed do? That's what I studied. Yeah, when I was, and I studied both actually. When I was in the National Conservatory, I studied fixed do, and then when I went to Berkeley, yeah, I studied movable do, and to me that was like, whoa, it just opened my mind enormously. Why? Because movable do and chord scale harmony are gonna connect beautifully together. Yeah, so if I'm in the key of C, yeah, and I'm gonna go chromatically up, yeah. Do, di, re, re, mi, fa, fi, sol, si, la, li, ti, do, ti, te, la, le, sol, se, fa, mi, me, re, ra, do. Okay, our harmony is actually our jazz harmony can connect beautifully. So how about do, then we're gonna have a re. How about the re? It's a 9. Re, how about re? Yeah, sharp 9. How about mi? What am I gonna do? But a different chord. How about mi? Mi. How about fa? But a different chord. Fa. Now I have a fi, sharp 11, not flat 5. Fi. Sol. How about a different chord? Sol. So si. So kind of a whole tone chord. Si. La. Okay, La is interesting. La, we can have it at 6. We can have it, 6. Why not? A 6 for a minor 6 chord. We can have a 13. Yeah. Or also can be a diminished 7. Yeah. So how about I'm going to have this diminished 7, but I'm going to have a 9, 11, and the diminished 7 on top. I'm going to have a major 7 here below. Yeah, I know it might be a little bit dissonant. Okay, so what did I do there? I was using my movable do solfege as an organizing force for all my harmonic choices. Okay. Oh boy, I'm digressing like crazy today. So let's go back to A flat. A flat, cluster on A flat. We're gonna have re, sol, do, re, sol, do, or 2, 5, 1. Now we're gonna go to D flat, cluster on D flat. Let's sing the bass. Re, sol, do. Now we're gonna play 2, 5, 5, 1. That would be actually the perfect way to practice. Cluster, bass, singing with solfege, and then we play the chord progression. 2, 5, 1. Okay, now we're gonna move on to G flat. Yeah, let's go to G flat. Cluster on G flat. G flat major. Now we're gonna sing the bass. Re, sol, do. Now we're gonna play the 2, 5. 2, 5, 1. Again, 2, 5, 1. Also, even our musical naming or labeling, yeah, I shifting from solfege when I was playing my bass, re, sol, do, and then I change again my naming to harmonic function, yeah, when I play my voicing, 2, 5, 1. Yeah, it seems to me that however the way we name of label, it's almost like a micro judgment, yeah, it kind of configures our perception a little bit differently, yeah, and when we can do that on purpose, consciously, yeah, we can do that to emphasize certain parts of our musical perception, and that's what we're actually learning. Okay, so we're gonna go to B, and let's do a cluster on B. Okay, and we're gonna play a 2, 5, 1. 2, 5, I'm sorry, re, sol, do, re, sol, do. Now, 2, 5, 1. 2, 5, 1. Again, 2, 5, 1. And now we're gonna move on. Let's move to the key of E. We're gonna do a cluster on E. Now we're gonna sing the bass. Re, sol, do. Now we're gonna play the chord progression. 2, 5, 1. Again, 2, 5, 1. Now let's go to key of A. Let's do a cluster on A. Now we're gonna sing the bass. Re, sol, do. Now we're gonna play the chord progression. 2, 5, 1. Again, 2, 5, 1. And let's go to G flat. Yeah, G flat. Let's do a cluster on G flat. Now, let's play the bass line. Re, sol, do. Now we're gonna add the chord progression. 2, 5, 1. Again, 2, 5, 1. Let's go to the key of B. We're gonna do a cluster. Now we're gonna sing the bass. Re, re, sol, do. Let's sing again. I made a mistake. Re, sol, do. And now we're gonna play the chord progression. 2, 5, 1. Okay, and let's play again. 2, 5, 1. Okay, all good. And now we're gonna move on. Let's go to the key of E. Let's do a cluster on E. Oh, we can do cluster here. Now we're gonna sing the bass. Re, sol, do. Again. Re, sol, do. And now we're gonna play the chords. 2, 5, 1. 2, 5, 1. And let's move on to the key of A. Key of A. We're gonna play a cluster. And I always ask my students, when you play a cluster, imagine that you are resting in that scale, almost like the image I use. Okay, I'm gonna rest in my sofa or in my favorite chair, yeah, which I have here in my studio, my favorite chair. So I'm gonna just rest, yeah, and then when we rest in that scale, it seems like our mind and body just connects with the shape, with the sound, with the feeling of that scale so well, and it creates again a beautiful memory. So now we're gonna sing our bass line. Re, sol, do. Now we're gonna play the progression. 2, 5, 1. Again. 2, 5, 1. And we have a couple more keys to go. We're gonna go to key of D, and let's play a cluster on D major. Now we're gonna sing the bass. Re, sol, do. Now let's play the chords. I'm just playing the chords in whatever octave. It feels like they sound more warm. Okay. Re, 2, 5, 1. Again. 2, 5, 1. And now we're gonna go to the key of G. Let's do a cluster on G. Now we're gonna sing the bass. Re, sol, do. And we're gonna play the progression. 2, 5, 1. Again. 2, 5, 1. Okay, so that was our chord progression of the day. And what else should we do? I want to play some merengue piano. Okay, why don't we play some merengue piano? So here we go. Okay, so now I think this is the last example of my video series about my merengue piano book. Yeah, so we're gonna, and maybe I should do more. Yeah, and there are so many things I want to do. That's the problem. I don't know if I'm correct, but I'm just gonna paraphrase. I think Franz Liszt, he used to say something like, yeah, there is enough music to fill your life, yeah, with music every single day, but the problem is there is not enough life, not enough days, yeah, to be able to explore all the music that we want to explore. Okay, so I don't know if he said it, but many of my teachers told me that, so I'm just repeating. Okay, page 70, example 2, Pambiche style. Now we're gonna go faster. Yeah, we're gonna go to 264 beats per minute. Yeah, and when I used to play merengue I remember in Boston, in New York, and all that East Coast area, it was very fast, and I had to play, for 2, 3, 4 hours straight. I don't know how I survived, but here we go. We're gonna listen and play.
1, 2, 1.
Okay, yeah, so that was instead of a 2-5-1, and we talked about harmonic rhythm before, yeah, instead of having a 2-5-1, we're gonna have a 1, and then 2-5. Okay, and why would that be? Yeah, it has to do with the nature, yeah, of a lot of Afro-Latin songs in which you have a certain a harmonic loop. Yeah, so then if you have that harmonic loop, you want the dominant of the key to help you. Yeah, and you're gonna put it right at the end. I think you know what is in traditional harmony that would be called a half cadence. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. We have a C. If we, 2 minor 7 flat 5. And then we have our 5. We have a 1, 2 minor 7 flat 5. Okay, and then we practice together 3 and. Okay, and this is actually a very nice rhythm, and actually then later we even can play it in harmony if you want. So I'm displacing my left hand to another position. Then I'm gonna displace my 2 minor 2. And then I'm gonna displace my 5. Yeah, nevertheless, the sound then would kinda maybe go outside of the realm of traditional merengue patterns. Yeah, I would jazz up a little bit too much. Yeah, so maybe we should just leave it the way it is octaves. And why don't we practice together? Okay, let's listen together again. So here we go.
One, two, one.
Okay, so now we are gonna play slower, and slower means okay, it's I don't think this is correct. It's not 264. It's much slower than that. Much slower than that. So let's let's play along a slower tempo.
1, 2, 1.
Okay, actually, yeah, the slow tempo was 180 beats per minute. So now we're going to practice with bass and percussion only. And because it's a Pambiche style, you're gonna see the variations both in tambora, which is the sideways conga, which is played with one hand, open slap, and the other hand with a stick, yeah, and also the bass, yeah. So let's pay attention to that. In the middle of the track, yeah, we're gonna go into subgroup change, yeah, in groove. So here we go. We're gonna practice now without the piano.
1, 2, 1.
Okay, so now, what are we gonna do now? Now we're gonna play without piano, bass and percussion only, at 264 beats per minute. Yeah, so what I would advise is, I'm gonna leave this video on, yeah, so you can go back and practice with this part over and over again, yeah, until we kind of get the rhythm, yeah, get the pattern, the rhythmic pattern. And then the next level is not just playing the rhythmic pattern, but playing it with ease. And then even the next level is not just with ease, but then you start playing it with a certain type of, I would say, super precision, yeah, that is very natural and organic, yeah, and all those little aspects of our playing are just gonna reveal themselves, yeah, so we're gonna have fun with that. So here we go.
1, 2, 1.
Okay, I hope that you enjoyed my merengue piano style, and now I think it's time to say goodbye until next Saturday. Thank you for being with me in this live broadcast. We covered a lot of material, and we're going to continue to do so in our next class. I'll see you next week, same time, same channel. Until then, have a wonderful week. Practice your instrument every day and listen and play lots of good music. See you next week.